Come February, everyone is booed up. For spring break, everyone is breaking up. And come the summer, everyone is single, sexy, and free. So stay tuned for a few tips on how to get through a successful breakup. I like to think of the breakup process as the same process that you would go through in the stages of dealing with grief. Those stages are denial, anger, it's negotiation, also called bargaining. It could also look like depression next. And then lastly, acceptance. Tip number one, you may be in a state of denial or shock when you first break up. Know that this is completely normal. What you don't want to do is jump into another relationship, because when you jump into another relationship without properly healing, what will happen is that you'll be in that new relationship, but you'll have the same issues come up with a different person. So it's important to heal. I know you're like in complete shock and just like, well, do I still got it? But you still have it, but allow yourself to fully grieve and go through the process of the breakup before moving on. Tip two, the next stage is anger. It's like once you pass that denial, you're just like, I cannot believe this happened to me. I am so pissed. I'm so angry at that person, angry with myself, whatever it is. It is important in this stage that you do a full release. So, what I recommend is a physical release. So, for me, what that looked like is me signing up for boxing classes. I used to box and I would pretend like my ex-partner was the boxing bag, and I would punch so hard. And it was very therapeutic because I was able to release all the anger. Another thing with anger, you want to release those emotions that come up. So a way to release it is also, I used to listen to all the breakup songs in the world. I wrote down a few. So Alanis Morissette, she's back in the day. You ought to know. Adele has a lot of breakup songs. Mary J. Blige, Kelly Clarkson. She has since You've Been Gone. But I'm sure there's a lot of new artists that have breakup songs you can listen to. That helps to allow the emotion to come up and get out. So that is very important. Step three, and also the next stage is negotiation. So this stage is very important because this is where you extract what did you gain from that experience? What did you learn from the experience? So everyone in your life is a teacher. They're here in your life, or they showed up in your life to teach you something, to make you a better person, and to show you yourself. So, for instance, it will always be a positive that will move you forward. It's not something like, oh, well, this taught me not to trust anyone. But what it could have taught you, and for me, what was my case, was that I needed to trust myself more because I did not trust myself. I did not trust the guidance that I was receiving. So that's what I learned from that experience. So my ex-boyfriend taught me that I needed to trust my gut more. Tip number four. This is the last and final stage, which is acceptance. So in this stage, you have gone through the shock of being broken up. You have learned what you needed to learn from that relationship. You've also gotten over the anger and the passivity, whatever it is you've gotten over. And now you're at a calmer place. You're at the point where you're almost glad that that person came in your life to teach you all these valuable lessons. So you'll know when you're at the stage when you can talk to that person, see that person, and you're not like boiling with anger. If you still have that anger, you need to go back through those steps again and release it so that you can move forward in your new relationship very clear and very at a very level emotion. So those are my 4 tips for a healthy and successful breakup. I wish you well. I hope that you grow and that you learn from this past relationship. And I wish you the best of success in your future relationships. Thank you so much for watching and have a great and amazing week.